Rosa returned to the lobby. It was still her time to rest, but her expression made it look as though she couldn't sleep deeply with all this tension.
無理してでも横になってろよ。後で答えるぜ。
ありがとう。どうしても寝つけなくて、シャワーだけ浴びさせてもらったから私はもう十分よ。次の人休んでもいいわ。
キリエさんたちはいかがですか？どうする？ルドルフさん、休ませてもらう？
キリエは休んでいいぜ。俺は起きてる。
I hate how he's holding the gun while saying this.
それくらいしか男らしいことができね
え。Oh, of course, Rudolph.
じゃあ起きてるわ。夫と一緒に起きてるくらいしか女らしいことができないから。本当に仲のおよろしいことで。夏日さんこそね。
Well, okay. Are Klaus and Natsui close? I actually don't know.
エヴァと秀吉さんはぐっすりみたいじゃないか。やはりローザと違い、年には勝てんね。
As though, in response to those words, the door to the hall clunked open. Eva and Hideyoshi returned from the guest room. Eva told him! I think Eva told him.
余計なお世話よ。あらローザ、もう休んでなくていいの？
姉さんこそ無理しないで休んでたら？
なんだか寝つけなくてね。シャワーを浴びたら眠気が覚めちゃったわ。
Well, yeah, showers do that.
ルドルフたち、よかったら休んでいいわよ。
おう、サンキュー。今は気持ちだけでいいぜ。兄貴たち、先に休んだらどうだ？
ありがたいね。だが先に休むわけにはいかん。それくらいしか長男らしいことができないのでね。
God, is this the whole chain up? No, you! No, you! No, you!
私たちは最後まで起きていますのでご心配なく。それよりエヴァ姉さん、大丈夫？少し顔色が悪いわ。
そういや、そうやな。
Wait, did she tell Hideyoshi?
ちょいと熱っぽいで。
Hideyoshi put his hand up against Eva's forehead. It seemed that Eva wasn't feeling her best.
言わんこっちゃねえ。年のくせに生活リズムを崩すからだぜ。
Aren't you not that much older than them, though?
風邪か？
夏日、上野南條先生を呼んできてくれんかね。
はい。
いいわ、そこまで大げさじゃない。常備薬は持ってるから大丈夫よ。疲れるとすぐ熱に出るの。心配しないで。
姉さん、無理しないで。
ありがとう。
Beckoning.
私抜きで兄弟が集まってると私の陰口でも言われてるような気がしちゃってね。昔からの被害妄想なの。ごめんね。
私は何も言わないわよ。姉さんのいないところで姉さんの嫌な話なんて。
Oh, why am I feeling chills?
どうしたの？姉さん、さっきから変よ。もう少し休んだら？
そうね。 3月までの金策を考えたら頭痛がひどくなってきちゃったわ。
Eva! What are you doing?
それは良くないわね。休んでて。姉さんの頭痛がひどくならないよう私も実調してるわ。私だって頭痛さっきから辛いし。
ありがとう。じゃあ私お言葉に甘えてもう少し休ませてもらうわね。
どうしたんやエヴァ。
She didn't tell Hideyoshi. She didn't tell him.
急にへそ曲げて。すまんな、わしらもうちょい休ませてもらうわ。すまんな。
After putting his hands together, as though praying and apologizing several times, Hideyoshi went after Eva and left the lobby.
空気が悪いな。どうにもギスギスしている。
無理もない。早朝に殺人事件、それからずっとここで銃を抱きながら缶詰ですもの。ストレスが溜まって当然ね。
上の子たちもだいぶストレスが溜まってるんじゃないかしら。マリアが心配だわ。こういう時は感触を起こしやすいの。
No! Just then, they heard the sound of violent footsteps from upstairs. The guest house wasn't a cheap building, so if they had been any normal footsteps, there was no way they would have heard them. It was like the sound of someone stamping their feet in frustration. And not a moment later, in addition to the apparent sound of feet running out into the upstairs corridor, they could hear Maria calling, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," over and over again, sounding displeased. Yeah? You're right about her getting irritable. Rosa grabbed her head. It's coming. No. Rosa grabbed her head, ruffled up her hair, and voicelessly moaned in anguish. The adults cautiously turned their backs to her, pretending not to notice. The noisy clamor came downstairs and flew into the lobby, scarring the score. It was Maria who was sobbing, the other children who had come down with her, and Nancho. In other words, everyone on the second floor had come downstairs because of Maria's tantrum. Rosa couldn't hide her dizziness at the scale of the annoyance her daughter was bringing to everyone.
ごめん、ローザおばさん。私たちもなだめたんだけど、どうしても聞いてくれなくて。
Well, okay, it kind of makes fucking sense that Maria's, having a tantrum because people just died and they're locked up in this big mansion. I mean, not mansion, but in the guest house because they're at the risk of being killed. They're at the risk of being killed. No wonder why she's so fucking stressed. And also, they're locked up in the guest house. All the parents are holding guns. There's no question as to why she's flipping out. Honestly, I'm surprised it took her this long. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this, but I'm gonna get very angry if Rosa begins to hit her daughter again. Come fucking on. She's a 9-year-old. And this is a very stressful situation for a 9-year-old. Honestly, it's a stressful situation for anyone of any age.
どうしたのマリア。少し静かにしなさい。みんな見てるわよ。
例のバラ庭園のマリアのバラ、あれが急に心配だと言い出して寝ぼけたみたいなんです。急にガバッと起き出してバラが心配だバラが心配だって言い出して。マリアちゃん落ち着いて、それは夢なんだよ。
Wait, did she see the coronation? Oh, that would be very bad if she saw the coronation. When I also think about that. But wait, thinking about, yeah, no, regardless, yeah, I can see why she's gonna be flipping out if she saw that coronation. Okay, as soon as you hear lightning, you know something bad's gonna happen.
だから少し静かにしなさいって言ってるでしょ。
The children were taken aback by the sunrise in the tone of Rosa's voice. But Maria's crying just grew louder, and her tantrum just grew fiercer. Well, yeah, because she just got fucking yelled at.
ローザさん、子供を頭ごなしに叱ってはいけませんぞ。こういう時は温かい牛乳などを与えると良いものです。
See, listen to Nanjo.
ここにあるかね。
さっき朝食代わりに出した牛乳で空っぽです。
Oh.
誰か子供用の鎮静剤とか持ってるか？
What?
ほら、あの銀の粒みたいなやつとか。
At least you're trying, Rudolph. Why am I laughing?
持ってるわよ。はあ、今探して飲ませるから。
Without hiding her displeasure, Rosa grabbed her handbag that she had placed on the sofa and fished around for the medicine. It seemed that she had brought some child-use sedatives for Maria's tantrum. What? Hold on. What? 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 No, hold on. No way. No, Is having child use sedatives really that, legal? To even make and advertise as that? Like, for medical purposes, I can see why they might even make, a child sedative, because a child's body is not like an adult body, and they can kind of die if they get too big of a sedative. But I don't think civilians would casually hold child use sedatives unless, they are, prescribed to the child from the doctor. So maybe Maria was prescribed some medications from doctors for her, agitation problems and her, I'm not that much of a doctor, so I'm not, really, I'm trying to use my words carefully because I'm not a doctor. Because, yeah, anxiety, irritation, maybe Rosa has gotten a doctor to, look into her for that, but this is 1986, so I'm not 100% sure if Rosa would do that. I probably am on some list right now. I'm probably on some watch out list right now because I looked up child use sedatives. She found it and tipped the bottle into her palm, but it seemed to be empty. Irritated, Rosa shook the bottle several times, but that didn't change the fact that nothing was in there. All the while, Maria's crying was growing more and more intense. What about Dramamine? Couldn't you get Dramamine for... I don't know if Dramamine would work. Well, it could work. If Dramamine was in the 1980s, and in Japan. Meanwhile, Eva was lying in bed, covered by the bedding. Hideyoshi returned from the washroom, holding a handkerchief soaked in water.
こら、ずいぶんひどい熱や。きっと親族会議の毒気にやられてもうたんやな。
Eva, at the very least, you should probably tell your husband what you found.
今はもう他の親族たちのことは全部忘れるんや。な。
As Hideyoshi spoke to her kindly, he set the soaked handkerchief gently on Eva's burning forehead. Eva rested her own hand on top of it. Let me repeat that. Eva rested her own hand on top of his.
あなたの手
Well then, BP.
ひんやりして気持ちいい。
わしの手が気持ちいいようじゃだいぶ熱が出とるな。安心せい。すぐに薬が効いてくるわ。それにな、わしの手は魔法の手なんや。こうしてエヴァの額に手を当てとるとな、どんな熱も立ちどころに治ってしまうんや。
そうね。あなたの手で私の熱が引かなかったことは一度もないものね。
そうや。わしの手があれば医者いらずやで。安心して目をつむるんや。すぐにわしの魔法でぐんぐん熱が下がるからな。
うん、知ってる。あなたの魔法を感じるもの。
Hideyoshi was about to say, they call that the placebo effect, but he stopped. If Eva said that she could feel magic from his hand, then that was alright for now.
魔法って本当にあるのかしら。
おお、あるで。信じる者にしかわからへんけどな。そういう魔法は案外世の中にたくさんあるもんや。
魔法が実在するなら、やっぱり魔女も実在するのかしら。
ん？森の魔女ベアトリーチェのことかいな。信じる者にはおるやろな。神様と同じや。信心深い人の前にしか姿を現さんのや。
私もね、昔魔法が使えたの。
ほう、ほんまかいな。じゃあお前も魔女やったんやな。
Still I am, honey.
私がね、絶対に叶えたい夢があって、それを強く願って努力すると、それが必ず叶ったの。私はその魔法でいつも成績は一番だったし、生徒会長にだってなったし、入りたい大学にも実力で入れたし、いつだってどんな願いだって叶えてきたわ。
そうやな。お前の魔法はいつだって大したもんや。お前は確かに魔女や。そして誰にも負けん努力家や。わしゃよう知っとるで。
Wait, since Eva became the new witch, huh? I wonder how this is gonna play out. Actually, I'm gonna let the game play out, but I'm very intrigued to see where this goes.
私ね、子供の頃からずっと心の中にもう一人の自分がいて、 いつも私を励ましてくれたの。
Oh, she's telling him about. Oh, this is interesting.
そしてその自分は魔女だったわ。森の魔女ベアトリーチェなんて信じなかった。もし六軒島に魔女がいるとしたら、それが私の心の中の魔女のことだってずっと信じてきた。その魔女の自分に私はすごい感謝してる。あなたに出会わせてくれてよかったなっていつも感謝してる。
病気の時のお前はいつも気弱すぎや。今は何も言わんで熱が下がるまでずーっとこうしてるからな。
絶対に手を離さないでね。なんだか私自分が自分でなくなるような気がして、さっきから怖いの。私の中の魔女がベアトリーチェに触発されてどんどん強くなるような気がして。
I think that's a little. Oh.
なんだか私を飲み込んでしまいそうな気がするの。
Oh.
大丈夫や。わしが一緒にいる限りなんも恐れることなんてあらへん。ほら、ちょいとヤバめな国に旅行に行った時バスごと強盗にあったことあったやろ。
Are you talking about America?
わしが撃退したんやで。
あなた珍時計を渡して拝み倒しただけだったじゃない。かっこ悪いけどかっこよかったわ。この手絶対に離さないでね。眠っても絶対に離さないでね。そして何か不気味なものが忍び込んできても私を守ってね。
おう、任せとかんかい。だから今は安心して眠るんやで。すぐに薬とわしの魔法が効いてくるからな。
Eva finally calmed her heart and closed her eyes. Whoa! Just then, there was the sound of a door being opened violently from the direction of the lobby. It seemed that Maria was having a tantrum, and screams of "ooh, ooh" could be heard, along with Rosa's rebuking yells. That was probably very annoying to listen to. Or maybe it was taking a toll on her headache. Eva moaned as though in pain, and buried herself in the covers. It was easy to guess what was happening. Maria had probably had a tantrum for some reason, gone down to the lobby. And when Rosa had scolded her for it, they had started arguing. And then, the looks of the rest of the family had been too much to bear, so Rosa had taken Maria out into the corridor. Hideyoshi had no desire to interfere with Rosa and Maria's problems. But just for now, since Eva's condition was so bad, he wanted them to take their ruckus somewhere else.
ちょいと待っとれや。静かにするようお願いしてくるわ。
早く戻ってきて。
大丈夫や。この部屋から出んて。
Hideyoshi removed the chain, opened the door, and stuck his face out into the corridor. He immediately met Rosa's gaze.
大丈夫かいな、ローザさん。
ごめんなさい。うるさくして起こしちゃったかしら。
マリアちゃん、ごめんな。エヴァおばさんな、具合が悪くて寝とるんや。すまんが、ちょいと静かにしてもらえるか。
Maria's tone didn't change after being asked by Hideyoshi. She kept whining and repeating, "My Rose, my Rose." Rosa slapped Maria's cheek, lifted her up while covering her mouth, and carried her off towards the entrance, trying to at least put some distance between her and Hideyoshi's room. They would still probably be clamorous for a while yet, but he had at least warned her, hoping that Rosa would show her capabilities as a mother. Hideyoshi closed the door.
またマリアちゃんが泣いてるの？
そうみたいやな。ローザさんも大変や。それを思えばうちのジョージはできすぎや。親が感謝したいくらいやで。
そうね。
おお、すまんすまん。ほら、魔法の手やで。
Aww. He put his hand on Ava's forehead again. Maybe there really was magical power in that hand. A truly peaceful look rose to Ava's face, and bit by bit, she began to drift off into the land of sleep. As he had promised, Hideyoshi kept his hand on her forehead. Can we stay with them? Can we just stay with these two? Yep. Fortitude. By the entrance, with her hand against Maria's mouth, Rosa was at a loss at what to do next. She had been unable to withstand everyone's gaze in the lobby, and had yelled at the children to go upstairs before dashing out of the lobby. And when she went out into the corridor, Hideyoshi had told her that she was being too noisy. Where should I go now? Where should I take this child who's having a tantrum? She felt as though she was about to cry in frustration, as Maria kept struggling in an attempt to scream. Rosa put her mouth up to Maria's ear and tried to persuade Maria in as calm a voice as she could manage.
マリアはそんなにもバラが見たいのね。
Maria nodded her head several times, moaning ooh ooh.
どうしてそんなにバラが見たいの？お母さんが聞いてあげるから静かに話して。叫んだら殴るわよ。
マリアのバラ、ベアトリーチェに蘇らせてもらったの。また折れちゃってるかも。マリアはそれが心配。確かめないと眠れない。
It seemed that she was still making a fuss about that marked rose from yesterday. Rosa felt her headache throbbing again. But she was at least a little relieved that Maria had now stopped her screaming.
とにかく今はみんな大変なの。だからママたちに迷惑をかけないで。バラの話は明日雨が上がったら好きにしていいから。だから今は聞き分けなさい。
マリアのベアトリーチェのバラ。
Rosa reflexively covered Maria's mouth. She had spoken a little too harshly, and had gotten her agitated again. Rosa realized that it was partly her own fault, and clicked her tongue in self-hatred. But Maria thought that was directed at her, and her crying grew even fiercer.
お願いだから静かにして。どうしたらあなたは泣き止むの？どうしたらあなたはママの言うことを聞いてくれるの？
Abruptly, Maria stopped crying unnaturally fast. Then she turned around and muttered.
マリアのバラを見たらちゃんと明日まで静かにしてるよ。
本当？
うん。バラ庭園に行ってマリアのバラを見たらもうおとなしくする。
Alright.
本当だよ、ママ。
If it would keep Maria quiet for the time being. Rosa thought that even going out into this winter rain would be a small price to pay. Oh, she did think it might be a bit reckless. But in the end, no murder or anything of the sort had actually occurred. All that clamor since this morning had been a farce set up by Kinzo. If you carefully thought about that chain of locked rooms, it communicated more clearly than anything that it was all an act by the victims themselves.
本当にバラを見たらもうおとなしくする？
うん。本当だよ、ママ。
Maria, don't go witch mode! Rosa didn't overlook that creepy laugh, and lightly hit Maria with her fist. And she shrugged, as though giving up.
わかったわ。一目見たら納得するのよ。いいわね。
うん、ママ。約束する。
Once again, Rosa tested the weight of her gun. It's alright. It's only a farce. There was never a murderer on this island in the first place.
くそ、待てよ、ローザおばさん。
Organ short, number 600 million C minor. Wait, huh?
ローザおばさんとマリアが第二の晩の犠牲者なのか。
Wait, hold on, no, hold on, wait. Hold on, let me check this one quick. Wait, okay, they figured out the epitaph, so... Yeah, someone figured out the epitaph. The game's actually going to continue on. Honestly, I kind of expected this since this is the third game, but what? But Rosa, I mean, not Rosa, but Eva won. Didn't she? So, yeah, Beatrice's no longer Beatrice, if I'm correct. If I'm correct, Beatrice is no longer Beatrice. It's up to Eva-Beatrice now. So, wait. What? Is the game actually going to continue on under Eva-Beatrice?
くそくそくそ！誰か気づけよ！呼び止めろ！今の親父たちや俺たちは何をしてるんだ！
Well, huh.
ローザ親子の痛々しい関係に気を使ってわざわざ話題を変えておるぞ。そなたらも2階へ上がりテレビを見ながら話題を変えておる。
くそったれ！誰か気づけよ！一番近くにいるのは誰だよ！秀吉おじさんか！頼むよ！玄関から2人が出ていくのを気づいてくれよ！
Boy, I don't understand why would the game continue since someone technically did win? Doesn't that mean everything will end now since someone did figure out the epitaph? Or maybe it will continue on under Eva-Beatrice. Maybe it will. Huh.
届かん届かん
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but technically, shouldn't it end once someone figured out the epitaph? Or am I misunderstanding things?
二人のささやかな時間を邪魔してくれるな
And are you just here to tease me now? Hideyoshi kept talking kindly, his hand on Eva's forehead. He didn't notice that Rosa and Maria were going outside through the front door at all. In that case, there was no way that the others in the lobby, which was even further away, would notice either. And the cousin's room upstairs was even worse.
そなたは何を慌てておるのか第一の晩にて犯人は事故死したとの大胆な指し手にてわらわを打ち破ったではないかならばもうこの島に犯人はおらぬことになるぞ何を心配する必要があるというのか
うるせえよしらしらしいんだよ誰か引き止めろ二人が殺されるんだ誰か止めろ
But Beatrice doesn't have the stakes anymore, it's Eva-Beatrice. Huh. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding things, and the game is going to continue on the Beatrice. But no. The coronation made Eva Beatrice, and Beatrice's now Beato. I'm just gonna let the game play out. I honestly don't know how things are gonna work now. I don't know how things work. There was no way that Battler's voiceless scream would reach Rosa or Maria. The two of them could be seen in the Rose Garden. The rain was still awful, but fortunately, the wind had died down a little. No, maybe that wasn't fortunate. Because if the wind had been a little fiercer, Rosa would surely have hesitated to go outside. Is it gone? Oh, thank God. Maria found her own rose with a gold lace and stared at it lovingly. Rosa had accepted with the promise that Maria would only have one look at it. But she didn't want Maria to complain that it had been enough later on. So she decided to go along with her until she was satisfied. She believed that there wasn't a culprit. But if by any chance she was mistaken, they were now in an extremely dangerous position. Rosa realized that faintly herself. If things got bad, she would throw away her umbrella and ready her gun. Keeping the innocently rejoicing Maria in the corner of her eye, Rosa gazed warily in all directions. Oh shit. Oh shit! Were her eyes just tired? Even though no one should have been there, she thought she saw something glitter in the dark rose garden with all its wind and rain. Gold-colored? It had to be her imagination. Because, to Rosa, it seemed as though gold butterflies were dancing through the rose bushes. Wait. Oh? Oh, second Twilight actually, yeah, it might actually happen. Oh shit! Oh god, it is actually gonna happen! And also, Maria's gonna die early? Holy shit, wait, what? Or is it gonna be Eva and Hideyoshi? Is it gonna be Eva, Hideyoshi, or Rosa and Maria? it's probably gonna be Rosa and Maria because Eva won, so she can't die. She solved epitaph, Eva won, so, huh?
大丈夫だから
Oh no, is she gonna turn into Beatrice? Eva-Beatrice.
この手を離さないでお願いだから離さないで
Eva was breathing wildly. Beads of sweat were appearing on her forehead. It certainly was true that she had stayed up all night last night, and that things had been rough since early this morning. It wasn't odd that her body wasn't keeping up. Even though he understood that, Hideyoshi suspected that Eva's sudden fever was the sign of some serious illness. Several times, Hideyoshi suggested to call Dr. Nanjo, but Eva resisted firmly, pleading with him and saying that it was even more important that he didn't take his hand away.
わかった。でもな、お昼になったら必ず南條先生に見てもらうんやで。それを約束できるならずっとここにいてお前の手を握ってあるからな。こうして気が上がったな。
ありがとう大丈夫よあなたの手の魔法で必ずこんな熱なんか下がっちゃうから
Even as she said that, Eva's harsh breathing didn't improve in the slightest. This is all leading up to something. This is all leading up to something, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
離さないで離さないで
What the fuck is happening? Oh?
誰
She saw an umbrella moving from beyond the rose bush. Rosa... I meant to say Rosa, but I read through before Rosa, oops, and I made Rosa. Rosa threw away her umbrella and wildly lifted her gun. When she did, the figure beyond the bush showed itself.
エヴァおばさん。
びっくりしたわ。姉さんなの？何かご用？
It's not Eva.
さっきの話の続きなの？
Well, technically it is Eva. What? Oh, wait, is she... Oh, Eva... I know what Eva-Beatrice is doing. I know what she's doing. She's doing some trickery.
そうよ
She doesn't even sound right. Hell's Halls. She doesn't even sound right. Hold on.
お父様の黄金の話よ
She doesn't sound right.
お願いだからマリアの前では遠慮して。ちゃんと約束は守ってるわよ。姉さんの悪巧みの邪魔はしないわ。
悪巧み何それ
Yeah, no, she is... This is not the Eva with Hideyoshi right now. This is Eva-Beatrice.
姉さんが何を考えていても勝手よ。私は邪魔する気なんてない。だからマリアの前では許して。私は分け前さえもらえれば十分なの。
分け前
Her voice doesn't even seem right. Eva started laughing in a creepy voice. Rosa was startled, but Maria stared blankly. Then, Maria said just one thing.
Oh? おばさん、誰？
Maria found her out. Oh, jeez, that's a whole new level of laughter.
誰がお前にやるものか。あれはすべて私のもの。この黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェのものや。
Oh, is she gonna reveal herself?
Eva! 大丈夫か Eva! Eva! Eva!
握っていて離さないで。私じゃない誰かに連れ去られないように。私の手を握っていて離さないで。お前が何を努力したの？
The candles dance.
何も努力してない。いつも私たちの影に隠れてのらりくらり。いつも戦わずに影から影へと逃げ回っていたお前に、後ろ宮家の黄金を無心する資格など本当にあると思ってるの？あれは全て私のもの。後ろ宮家当主にして新しき黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェの名を継承した私だけのもの。
ベアトリーチェ。ベアトリーチェだ。
Maria! Maria! Okay, it seems like Maria's just fine with this. But wait, Maria! That's not the same, Beatrice! What? Frolicking around, Maria jumped at her mother in ecstasy. Rosa treated Maria cold-heartedly and raised her gun high.
姉さんよね。姉さんなのよね。
違うわ。私はもはやあなたの姉であった存在ではないの。
じゃあ、あんた誰なのよ。ベアトリーチェだとでも言うの？
Yes!
そんなはずはない。あんたは19年前に死んだのよ。ええ、確かに死んでいたわ。だって私、あなたの頭が割れているところをはっきり見たもの。その中身が溢れ出しているのを昨日のことのように思い出せる。そのあんたがどうして生きてここにいるのよ。
Magic!
黄金の魔女に死の概念などないの。黄金の魔女とベアトリーチェの名は永遠に受け継がれてゆくわ。お前が知っていたベアトリーチェは死を迎えたかもしれないが、今やそれは私の名である。故に無限。ベアトリーチェに死の概念はないの。
Oh!
哀れね、姉さん。
That gold has caused you to lose the distinction between fantasy and reality.
もはや私はお前の姉ではないというのに。さて、新しきベアトリーチェとして自らの復活の儀式を引き継ぐわ。
Oh, yeah, it has to continue on because she has to be, oops. Okay, it's been about 1 or 2 weeks. 1 week, yeah. It's been over 1 week since I last played this game. So I might have forgotten that important detail. Sorry, everyone.
ロノウェ、私はどうすればいいの？
ご随意のままに。もはやベアトリーチェ様にはどのような思いも実現できる力がおありです。少し扱えばなれるでしょう。
不甲斐なき元妹よ、私が魔女として初めて捧げる最初の生贄に選ばれたことを光栄に思うがいい。第2の番に寄り添う2人を私がこの手で引き裂く。
Dance of the Moon Rabbits. The first new thing. The first thing that the new Beatrice wished. No. The first magic she tried to use was to surpass the limitations given to humans. In particular, gravity. She wanted to become fully aware of her transformation into a witch by being released from those shackles. As the witch and Rosa stayed as they were, the ground retreated all by itself into the distance below them. By now, their feet were no longer attached to the ground. Oh! Ooh! Oh, I'm liking this! Rosa finally realized that the ground... I'm appreciating the music too much for this probably horrifying scene. Rosa finally realized that the ground hadn't retreated into the distance below her, but that she and the witch had been sucked up into the rainy sky. To humans shackled by gravity, there was nothing more unnerving than not having their feet on solid earth. However, to Beatrice, who had learned the joy of being released from gravity as a new witch, it was enough to cause her whole body to shake with delight.
ねえローザ、昔小さい頃魔女になって空が飛べたらなって話したことあるの覚えてる？叶ったよ。
Oh my god! You're already inheriting the trolling nature of the original.
私が本当の魔女になって叶えてあげたわ。やめてよ。夢なら覚めて。あなた言ったわ。夢の中で空を飛んだって。そして覚めたくなかったとも言ったわ。起こした私を恨んだともね。安心して、今度は冷めないわよ。
Come, dance with me in the vast, rainy sky! Didn't we wish together to fly like seagulls in the sky? And escape the cramped and boring island of Rokenjima? Now, I'll make that dream a reality for you! That is why I want to share this joy with you, and no one else!
楽しいね、ローザ。楽しいね。
It is.
見てごらん、眼下を。私たちのお屋敷ってあんなにも小さいわ。あんな小さな場所で私たちはどれほどの長い時を過ごしたのかしら。その狭さとちっぽけさに今こそ本当に呆れるわ。だからこそ感じて、楽しんで、喜んで。私たちが憧れた大空を自由にする力を。さあ踊ろうよ、ローザ。
Dance like the rabbits!
雨の中を、風の中を。私たちは踊るように飛び回ろう。稲光が私たちを照らして祝福してくれるわ。
The witch and Rosa were like leaves floating around in a whirlwind. As the rain powdered upon every part of their bodies, as the lightning occasionally shone upon them, they shook with the joy of being released from the ground. However, it was only that way for the witch. Rosa was holding onto her head, voicelessly screaming over and over. How's Maria faring? Oh no! Rosa's gonna flop it and hit the ground! Is this how we're gonna kill Rosa? A slightly displeased expression rose to the witch's face when she realized that her own joy was not being shared. And she decided to listen to her former sister's request. The whirlwind that had been making Rosa dance around grew weaker. I'm gonna repeat that. The whirlwind that had been making Rosa dance around grew weaker, then stopped. In other words, Rosa was once again bound by the restrictions of gravity as a human. Following the laws that were originally correct, Rosa began to descend towards the ground upside down. No, she began to fall. The witch hadn't intended to send Rosa plummeting, but she still wasn't used to using magic. After plummeting about 100 meters into a rosebush, as a very natural result, Rosa died instantly. But the witch hadn't intended to kill her, so she willed for Rosa not to die. Oh my god! When she did, gold butterflies coiled about Rosa's body, reviving that life just as the witch had wished. Rosa's body, which had laid out a radial carpet of fresh blood, rapidly returned to normal. The broken and crushed bones returned to normal. The torn and smashed flesh returned to normal. How easy is it to break things in this world, and how difficult it is to fix them? Anyone can take a life, but no human can revive a lost life. By surpassing the irreversible, one proves that they have surpassed humans. This surely gave her a much greater realization that she was a witch than flying through the sky had. Wow.
もちろんですとも。ベアトリーチェ様はすでに無限の魔女であらせられます。生きることも死すことも生かすことも殺すことも全ては無限に繰り返される。その輪廻を支配する女王こそが無限の魔女であられるベアトリーチェ様なのです。
金魚鉢を落としたことがあるわ。涼しげな美しい鉢が割れてしまって二度と元に戻らなかった。
Why did I suddenly think of an egg? Oh, Humpty Dumpty.
床に叩きつけられた可愛いデメキンは二度と泳ぐ姿を見せてくれなかった。私がいくら泣いても使用人たちは壊れたものと死んだものは蘇らせられないと首を横に振ったっけ。あの時学んだのよね。物は壊しちゃいけない、人は殺しちゃいけないって。だって直せないんだもん。じゃあ直せるのよ。壊しても怒られないということでしょ。すごい。
I mean, Is that wrong? Well, maybe I shouldn't question the morals of a witch. Damn! For a while, the witch became intoxicated with how terrible and how wonderful the power she had succeeded was. Her laugh was pure, innocent, and also cruel. Even though Rosa had been revived, she let out a cry of anguish at the pain from her fall. The witch had landed in front of her and held out her hand. I don't know why, but I kinda love Eva-Beatrice's laugh. What were those dreams you told me about when you were a kid? Go ahead and tell me about all of them without holding back. As I am now, I can make anything come true, no matter how absurd. I can let you drown in an ocean of jelly. I can swallow you up in a mountain of cake. I can even make you grow butterfly wings and let you fly around the garden. I'll do them one after another. Let's start with the ocean of jelly, okay? Rosa was once again thrown high into the rainy sky. However, the sky wasn't filled with raindrops, but with drops of orange juice. Ooh, don't open your eyes. That'll burn. When she looked down, Rosa held out her eyes. The rose garden had disappeared, and the ground spread out beneath her was like a pastel-colored jigsaw puzzle. It was from the dream she had talked about when she was young, an ocean of jelly. The black part was coffee jelly. The red was strawberry. Ow, that's right. Ow! The yellow was pineapple. Oh, I'm allergic to that too. The green was melon. What was the white part? Apple, perhaps? Did Rosa even have the time to think something like that? Rosa fell towards that multicolored ocean. And sank deep into a grape flavored purple sea. Hey, at least it's grape. Oh, it really was an ocean of jelly. It had no bottom. As Rosa sank, she was shocked to see a school of transparent fish swimming through the grape jelly ocean. They were probably made of grape skin. Then she sank on and on, deeper and deeper, as deep as the Mariana Trench. Compressed tight by the water pressure of the jelly ocean, as her ribs crushed and crunched, as her spine snapped and cracked. In the end, she had become a small, frail meatball. sky! And after being enveloped in a golden brilliance, she returned to her original form! It was as simple and easy as returning dried seaweed to its original form, and anyone could do it! If they were a witch! That vacant look on Rosa's face had to be because of the joy from having that dream she had given up on as a child made into reality. Definitely, probably. Next is the mountain of cake. In an instant, the sky was covered and became a pattern, black and white, like a chessboard. That almost transparent white part was her favorite gelatin cheesecake. The elegant black part was a slightly bitter gâteau au chocolat. I apologize. They were a ceiling, they were a mountain, and those several billion cakes were thrown down towards Rosa. If you pile those cakes up, they would surely be taller than Everest. So they probably weighed. I'm not too sure, but it was probably heavier than all the cakes across Japan put together. And she's dead. It fell down like a ceiling and swallowed Rosa up. So as a very, very natural result, Rosa was crushed to death. In less than a second, her bones broke throughout her body, and her insides were all smashed and forced out. And yet, still an even greater number of cakes piled up on top. And Rosa ended up as a layer jam wedged between the cakes. She became as thin as a single hair and was probably smashed into the area of a tennis court. That world was swallowed up by cake. It was once again absorbed by a golden flash. Oh wait, that's probably the narrator. Oops. That world was swallowed up by cake. Was once again absorbed by a golden flash. Sorry about that. Then, as though it had all been a dream, Rosa was revived once again. Of course, it definitely wasn't a dream. She had been revived after dying. By that point, death, which most humans only have to experience once after they are born, had already been experienced repeatedly by Rosa. In other words, she had gone through that which humans cannot, the precious experience of dying more than once. She is having the time of her life right now. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, that's bad. How's Maria reacting to this? Because Maria's been there this whole time. What's Maria doing? Just watching it off? Laughing innocently, she pointed her gold staff at Rosa as she begged for mercy. When she did, Rosa glittered gold and rapidly began to shrink. She shrank down to the size of a real butterfly. Then, gold wings sprouted from her back, and she joined her fellow gold butterflies. However, while a human body could withstand this wind, it was a different matter for a butterfly's body. The gold butterfly, Rosa, was invited to dance by each scale of... I'm gonna repeat this. The gold butterfly, Rosa, was invited to dance by each scale of wind, and she spun in circles around the rose garden. A gentle bed caught her as she tired from dancing. It was a soft, knit hammock in the shadows beneath the roof on the harbor. Roof of the harbor. No. Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. God damn it, it's a fucking spider. Oh, god damn it. Please, oh god. The owner of that hammock lumbered into view, welcoming its rare guests who had wandered in on the stormy night. That owner, which should have been small enough to crush in the palm of your hand, now looked as big as the top of a canopy bed to Rosa. Yeah, can't expect it as much. They suck them, don't they? Yeah. I mean, you're feeding the spider, but why? I don't wonder why they were so intrigued. By that time, I was already.
あいつやるな。実に自由に魔法を使いこなす。
How's Bala reacting to this?
面白い。バトラも笑えるだろう。
ふざけんな。
Wait.
もう止めろ。
God dang it! Fucking whenever Bala makes that face, for some reason I have an instinctive reaction to laugh. I don't know why. Maybe I am a witch.
何が楽しいんだよ。おかしい。てめえおかしいぞ。こんなことをして何が楽しいってんだ。
あんなに楽しそうじゃないかよ。無理もない。魔法は楽しいもんな。
I agree.
思い出すよ。わらわも魔法が使えるようになった時はすっごくはしゃいだもんさ。ああ、わかるぜ。あのはしゃぎっぷりが心の底からわかるさ。この喜びや感動、バートラには共感できないんだろうな。ああ、残念。バートラだってわらわを認めればいつだって魔法を教えてやるぞ。
That's a fair deal.
人間の束縛を逃れた瞬間の喜びは筆舌に尽くしがたい。
You know, I'll take the deal.
そなたに教えてやりたいよ。あの喜
Maybe.
び、あの感動。
Maybe I'll take the deal. I don't know. Beatrice is really liking Balor.
そなたの生み出す魔法の世界もぜひ一度見てみたいものだ。楽しくなってきただろう。魔法が使いたくなってきただろう。魔女もなかなかに楽しいものであるぞ。そなたには特別に教えてやる。一緒に空を飛ぶ喜びとか、一緒に海を潜る喜びとか。
You want to do things together with Balor, Beatrice.
人間の制約を超えた瞬間に知る世界がどれほどに広かったのかという感動をそなたにも教えてやる。そしたら楽しいだろうな。
There was no malice in Beato's expression. It was hard to believe, but she was genuinely enjoying this cruel show. And she thought she was sharing her appreciation with Balor. Balor was aghast at that vastly, hopelessly different measure of value.
信じられねえ。てめえ、絶対変だぞ。もうやめろ、チクシャー。ワルキリア、このおかしな茶番を止めさせるんだ。
She can't do that.
すりゃいいんだ。
私たちは番外の存在です。盤上には触れられません。
Virgilia shook her head apologetically. She was the one who had already been killed. Did that mean she couldn't interfere in any way? As Beato continued to enjoy it in a crazed sort of way, Battler lifted her up by the collar and yelled at her.
やめろやめろやめろ。
She can't do that though because Beato is no longer Beatrice.
いい加減にしろ、魔女め。あれがエヴァおばさんだってのか。ありえない。俺の知ってるエヴァおばさんは確かに意地悪なとこも少しはあったけど、こんな残酷なことをする人じゃ断じてありえない。全てお前のまやかしだ。ローザおばさんをもてあそぶな。エヴァおばさんをもてあそぶな。今すぐこの茶番を止めさせろ。
だからローザと遊んでいるのはもうワラーではないというに。
Like I said, Beato has no control in this.
新しきベアトリーチェだというに。そんなにギャーギャーわめくほどに残酷か。そなたもこういうの実は結構好きだろうが。実はちょっぴり魔法に興味を持ってきて。何をする。
Did Balor just hit her? Oh my god. For the first time, Balor slapped Beato across the cheek. Beato didn't know why something like that would be done to her, and a stunned expression rose to her face. Balor found that expression even more unforgettable, and he roared. Black Liana. Oh!
これが面白いだ。お前の頭はどうなってんだ。死ね。頭を輪切りにしててめえで覗いてみろ。絶対に中身がごっそり抜けてるぜ。今すぐやめさせろ。この悪趣味な茶番をやめさせるんだ。俺はお前を許さない。よくもこんな残酷なことを。お前のことを少しでも笑えるやつだと思ったこともあったが、俺はもう二度と勘違いしない。
Whoa!
お前はただ残酷なだけの怪物だ。俺の前に現れるな。二度とだ。お前を認めない。お前と話さない。お前の顔など見たくもない。聞こえたか。俺の前に現れるな。お前なんか消えてしまえ。
The instant battler screamed. The power that resists the wish became a red wall, which repelled Beato, knocking her back onto her butt.
なんだというのだ。面白い見物ではないかよ。
She spoke as though making an excuse, but the person those words were directed at, Battler, was no longer there. His figure had suddenly disappeared into the darkness. But Beato pouted her lips and continued trying to explain herself.
そりゃ確かにちょっとあれかなとは思うが、こんなの無邪気ないたずら程度であろう。どう殺そうが結局は生き返らせておるではないか。人間は終わりさえ良ければ何でも良い生き物ではなかったのか。
Oh my god, Beatrice doesn't. She doesn't even. Oh my god.
のう、お師匠様。そこまでへそを曲げられるものでもある前に。
Well, about that, no. Beatrice, that's a little bit different than. Yeah, Beatrice. Come, Beatrice. God, why do I feel bad for both Beatrice and Battler? I shouldn't feel bad for Beatrice. Should I feel bad for Beatrice? She was hoping for approval, but Virgilia simply faced her with an indifferent expression. To Beato, at that moment, even an exasperated face would probably have seemed better.
私から特に言うことはありません。あなたが楽しいと思うならいつまでも見続けていると良いでしょう。終わったら呼びなさい。それまで私も姿を消します。
Following Battler's lead, Virgilia hid herself in the darkness. Left sitting there on her own, Beato didn't have a clue what was going on, and felt like she had been made out to be the bad guy.
なんだよ。面白いショーじゃないかよ。ちょっとは悪趣味かもしれないけど、割と面白いじゃないかよ。
Why am I feeling bad for her?
なあ、ロノウェ。あそこまで怒るほどじゃないよな。
Oh no, she's all alone now. Oh no, Renobe was there. Renobe.
お嬢様の面白いが、バトラ様にも面白いとは限りません。
わらわ、そんなにも嫌われた。
Oh, is she crying?
そりゃ確かに対戦相手だから敵同士ではあるが、座興笑い合いのほどわらわたちは不仲だというのか。バトラと一緒に拍手できたように一緒にゲラゲラ笑い合えると思ったのに。
Oh, poor Beatrice. Why am I saying this?
その程度のことすらわらわは拒絶されるというのかよ。
Why am I feeling sorry for the witch?
魔女だと認めるのはいいさ。それを競い合うゲームなんだから。でもよ、顔も見ない、話もしないって、無視はいくらなんでもないだろ
う。Well, in Balor's defense, killing his family over and over again is also going a bit far.
わらわはそんなにも嫌われ者なのかよ。
これまでお嬢様は十分に嫌われるだけの指し手をいたしました。悪魔の私でさえバトラ様の気持ちが少しは分かろうというもの、それが理解できない。お嬢様が特に鈍感が過ぎるのではないかと。
It wasn't me, it was him.
い。お前も消えてしまえ。
はい、かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Even Ryobe hid himself in the darkness, and Beato was left alone. The only one in the rainy rose garden. No one will play with a lonely witch. Because no one would play with her, she was a lonely witch.
なんでわらわと誰も遊んでくれないんだよ。そんなにわらわは変かよ。残酷かよ。誰か返事しろよ。
Oh jeez, I was not expecting to just be greeted back by laughter. Oh jeez.
さあ、次は何をして遊ぶ？もちろんマリアも一緒に遊んであげるわ。
Oh, now we're getting to Maria.
みんなで仲良くお散歩しよう。煮えたぎるチョコレートの鍋を泳いでケーキ膨らむオーブンの中をピクニックしよう。
のう、新しきベアトリーチェ。
Behind the witch, who was continuing her spree of tragedy, Beato showed herself. Her expression was very rare for her. It was kind of restrained, somehow unreliable, miserable.
これは仙台ベアトリーチェ様、ご覧くださりましたか？魔法の力は本当に素晴らしい。魔女に生まれ変わることができたことを今ほど楽しいと思ったことはありません。まるでいつまでも終わらぬお遊戯の時間のよう。さあ、仙台様もご一緒に遊びましょう。その前にちょっとお待ちになってくださいね。2人はオーブンの中で焼け焦げて死んでしまったからまた蘇らさないと。
Why is that a casual thing to say to someone?
まるでイーストで膨れるパンみたいに、オーブンの中で膨れるクッキーみたいに。
話を聞けというのに。そのだな、第二の番の生贄にはもう十分であろう。確かに殺し方については指定がないが、それ以上もてあそぶことはあるまいに。
何をおっしゃいます、仙台様。さっきロノウェイから聞きましたよ。仙台様の魔法はもっともっと素敵で残酷でやりたい放題だったって。6人のお腹からお菓子があふれ出すハロウィンパーティーなんて本当に素敵。ならば私はアリスのお茶会を演出しようかしら。なんでもない日を祝うお茶会にみんなを招待して、私が魔法で次々おもてなしするの。
What is an unbirthday? What is an unbirthday? What is an unbirthday? Hold on, can you elaborate?
仙台様みたいに素敵にできるかしら。個性的に残酷にポップにキュートにできるかしら。今思うとおとぎ話とかってどれも残酷でしたよね。
You got that right.
そのおとぎ話の魔女に自らがなってみて、ようやく理解しました。
わらわも以前までのは少しやりすぎたかなと少しは思っておるのだ。まあ黄金の魔女たるもの、少しは気品があっても良いかと思うてな。
仙台様が何をおっしゃってるのか分かりません。でも一つだけ分かります。 私がどれほどを尽くしても先代様の残酷さには到底及びません。もっともっと頑張らなくちゃ。もっと残酷になって立派な黄金の魔女にならなくちゃ。
This might be the chapter where Beatrice learns her lesson?
だからそれはもう十分だというに。とにかくわらわの先代としての命令だ。第2の番はもう十分だ。わらわが少し手本を見せる。下がって見ておる。
はい、先代様。どんな無残で残酷でおぞましい殺し方を見せてくれるのか楽しみです。
The new witch pinched the sides of her skirt and gave a graceful bow. Stepping back as an expectant gaze rose to her face. She was expecting an even more cruel magic that surpassed even herself.
まあそうだな。そういう殺し方しかできないうちは半人前なのだ。わらわが上品な黄金の魔女らしい殺し方を見せようぞ。
When Beato waved her pipe, 7 colors of smoke poured out, reviving Rosa Maria. Compared to how the new Beatrice had done it a short while ago, it was slightly gentler. It was probably gentler than how Beato had done it herself up until now. Rosa's consciousness had already grown dim from the pain of so many repeated deaths. But even so, she pleaded that her daughter be spared.
許して。せめてマリアだけでも許して。
Wow. Okay, that somewhat gives a better impression of Rosa. She puts Maria above her. That's confirmation.
Smile. 我が弟子がその少し羽目を外しすぎたようだ。その許せ。
Oh, that's why. Okay, maybe this is partially as to why Maria is getting killed this time. It's because it's Eva-Beatrice. If it was Beatrice, she would have not have killed Maria, I think. She would have spared Maria till the end. Oh, no. Beatrice was not going to kill Maria, but Eva-Beatrice would. When Maria realized it was the real Beatrice, she jumped onto her.
約束したよね。マリアを黄金島へ連れてってくれるって約束したよね。そこではママとも仲良しになれてみんなずっと笑い合えるの。そこへ連れて行ってくれるって約束してくれたよね。
そのだな。その約束はもう守れぬ。碑文の謎を解く者が現れたから、わらわはもう黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェではないのだ。だからすまぬ。そなたとの約束はもう守れぬ。
Oh, man.
なんで？どうして？ヘアと約束してくれた？
すまぬ。本当にすまぬ。だからせめて約束を守れなかった詫びに。
I'll give you a truly quiet sleep, which will never be disrupted again. Beato embraced Maria with a loving expression. Oh. Then, softly, A red bruise appeared on Maria's neck. It was a very gentle bruise. It grew redder and redder, and when it distinctly formed itself into a shape of a hand, Maria's neck tilted suddenly, peacefully, as though she had fallen asleep.
Maria.
そなたが第二の番の生贄であることは謝らぬ。そういう運命なのだから。しかしその捧げ方が悪趣味であったことは謝らねばならぬ。これが最後の眠りだ。もう二度と妨げられることはない。
Beato softly, gently lifted her finger, as though touching the empty air in front of her nose. When she did, a light breeze lifted up, making Rosa's body dance lightly like a feather. Then, Rosa's body floated lightly, and there was the garden fence, with this— oh my god! With this spear-shaped frog, oh my god! Oh, jeez! The spear of the fence pierced Rosa's medulla oblongata, but vividly, without toying with her in a single blow. Rosa's life was snuffed out. Compared to the earlier innocent yet cruel events, her end was surprisingly tame. It just looked like a doll shaped like Rosa was leaning against the fence. But she had passed away. Jeez.
まあ
Oh no.
ざっとこんなものよ。
Eva-Beatrice is not gonna accept this one. Beato acted proud, but the new witch wore a blank expression, almost as though this was an anticlimax. And she was forthright with that opinion.
なんだか地味です。ロノウェイに聞いていた先代様のそれとはずいぶん違います。
そのだな。魔法は上品に使えないわ。
Beatrice! Oh my god! She's now being Virgilia to Eva-Beatrice. Oh my god!
あまりその品がないのはエレガントではないのだ。
Oh my god. Beatrice's learning her lesson.
せっかく素敵なことが無限にできる魔法なのにつまらない。
これ愚痴るでない。黄金の魔女の道は一日にしてならずだ。そなたとて第10の番を終えるまでは半人前よ。今は黙ってわらわの指導に従うのだ。よいな。返事はどうした？返事は。
はーい。
それでよい、それで。まあまだ復活の儀式の先は長いぞ。あと5人も殺さねばならないからな。あまりもてあそばずにきれいに上品に少しあっさりめでいいからな。ロノウェがそなたに教えたわらわのやり方はその悪い例だ。模範にしてはならぬ。よく心に刻んでおけ。
はい、先代様。
良い返事だ。ロノウェ、煉獄の七姉妹よ、いでよ。
はい、お嬢様。ロノウェ、ここに。
傲慢なルシファー、ここに。これまではだな、そのわらわもいろいろ派手にやってきたわけだが、まあ
黄金の魔女としての威厳も大事であり、だな。
But Beatrice, they're no longer your furniture. They're Eva-Beatrice's furniture. As Renove chuckled at Beato's uncharacteristically flustered speech, he summed it up for her.
かしこまりました。以後は黄金の魔女の名にふさわしい気品に気をつけるようにいたします。煉獄の七姉妹もこれまでのような悪ふざけは改め、以後は最短の手順で任務を遂行するように。ということでよろしいですか、お嬢様。
つまりはそういうことだ。みんな肝に銘じよ。よいな。
はい、かしこまりました。
わらわが言いたいのは以上だ。もう引き上げてよいぞ。
かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
失礼いたします。
Eva-Beatrice's not having this.
わらわが言いたいのはそれだけだ。それでは引き続きしっかりな。黄金の魔女らしく貫禄を持って、自重気味にな。頑張るがよいぞ。そなたを見守っておる。
Acting unsure until the very end, Beato communicated only that to her. Became a group of gold butterflies and vanished into thin air. It may be fitting to say that she disappeared in a hurry because she was having trouble maintaining the conversation. After that, all that remained was Maria's outstretched body, hounded by the rain, and Rosa's body, propped up by the fence and gazing up at the sky, and the figure of the witch.
自重しろ。
She's not having it. Her expression looked just a little bored. There was a popping sound. That was probably the clicking of her tongue.
つまんないやつ。
Yep, expected as much. Leaving that last sentence behind, she, too, vanished into thin air. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. Umineko no Nakukor ni, Ronald the Witch reasoning. 11 o'clock. Announcement of sacrifices. Is the new Beatrice going to tell everyone who's gonna die in what order? Is that what's gonna be happening here? I think it's kind of funny that... I kind of think it's very funny that Beatrice's like slowly realizing the fault of her ways in this chapter. Oh god, I cannot wait to see more of what happens in this chapter with Beatrice and, you know, Eva-Beatrice. Because I don't think Eva-Beatrice is liking, Beatrice telling her to, you know, do things elegantly. It seems like Eva-Beatrice wants to do things non-elegantly. Kind of like how Virgilia wanted Beatrice to do things elegantly, but Beatrice didn't listen. God, the cycle is continuing! The witch cycle is continuing! God damn it. Oh my god. Is this game basically made of cycles? This game is based on cycles. That's kind of depressing.
Okay.